Tenorti, who set up the North Stars' first goal in the first game. Hands on for Stu Gavin. Really whacked by Brown. Gavin a shot. He scores! Stu Gavin on a wraparound shot. 26 seconds into the first period, and the North Stars lead 1-0. Cavallini moving with him. It's a 3-on-3. Bob Basson wheels. Hull to the front. Clips one. And that one knocked down. Rebound. Score! Butcher! And it's poked away by Stevens. Dealt along by Gavin, though. Spun out by Smith. Bellows with it. Score! Brian Bellows has broken the tie. It's 2-1 Minnesota. Puck dumped back out by Tenorti. Turned further by Smith. Butcher rammed by Tenorti.
You might have wondered who Brian Sutter was yelling at there. They seemed to be having a civilized conversation earlier. But on that exchange, it looked like Sutter was giving him a piece of his mind.
There are some other mind pieces being exchanged there, as you saw a moment ago. Mark Bureau and Adam Oates, and they're now in to test on the face-off with each other. And so they have to recover again. 1:05 left on the power play. Hall to Oates in front. Brindamore save made by Casey. Rebound score off the North Stars. And that floated on the bounce back near Riendo. Scoops it up and waits for a stoppage of play, which comes with 11:04 to go in the second period. And our game tied at 2. Back down for it is Glenn. No icing on this one. Oates and Glenn go to the boards hard. Oh, and then Chambers rammed into Oates and Brindamore into Glenn. Leads it ahead for Cavallini. Breaking right in and crosses, and he's hammered by Tenorti. The shot!
Paul Cavallini appears to be all right. He sure passed the courage check on this one. Watch him try to cut by big Mark Tenorti. Boom! I mean, when you get ready to cut in like that, and Adam Oates picked up on it too. I mean, John Casey, let's not forget about the save Casey made. I was still shaking my head along with Paul Cavallini. When you try to cut in like that, you know, absolutely, there is a huge chance that what happened there is going to happen to you.
First one to it is Darren Kimble for Quinn, and a shot sent aside by Casey, and a centering pass in front, and Casey able to pounce on it, and the puck was loose for a moment. Now Casey gets up and heads for Darren Kimble, and finally bigger men arrive to take over for him. Will be over to serve the minor. You see Basil McRae carrying on the customary conversation across the way with one of the Blues, still looking over and still jawing a bit.
Customary, it's obligatory. Oh, he's got a couple of good guys to go with there. Garth Butcher, Darren Kimble.
There aren't many better at the war of words than Basil, though. He's 30 years old, and he's been doing it a long time.
You know, we have to start setting up tape recorders in the penalty boxes.
I know.
You know how much you could sell that stuff for? Those debates, those arguments that happen over there in the penalty box? I mean, there's never a winner in the debate.
Boy, did Craig ever react quickly, trying to come around and tuck it in, and now Rod Brindamore takes Craig to task. Paul Cavallini able to pull away from the hook check attempt of Modano. Comes back at him with a cross check, and Paul Cavallini is angry, but he'll go over to join 3 of his teammates in the penalty box. A Minnesota power play coming up when we come back. Moves it ahead. Third North Stars power play of the night. They're 0 for the previous 2. What a hit that time. To the corner now it is Bobby Smith. Stepped into from behind by Lowry. 2 aside, continue the battle of the boards, and then Smith comes from behind Lowry and knocks him down. Play stopped. A little discussion near the front of the net too, but we're still tied at 2 in the third period.
Bobby Smith and Dave Lowry were involved. Ooh, that's a big hit by Bobby Smith. I was watching what was going on in front of the net. Watch the front of the net. Brett Hall moves to the front with Stu Gavin, but watch John Casey, the North Stars goalie, right here. Crunch right in the back of Hall's leg near the ankle. So one of the linesmen had to go over and separate them while Dave Lowry and Bobby Smith were going at it in the corner.
Punched along to Oates. Feed for Hall. Wrapped up. A shot, a save. Rebound, score! Butcher gets up high and hard on Basil McRae. Stoppage of play. And the net dislodged behind John Casey. I didn't notice it at all, but apparently was just up enough that they felt there was a danger of it coming loose, so the play is stopped once again.
I think Basil knows when the linesmen take off for the net or take off for other areas of the ice from where he is standing, because he got right into it with Garth Butcher.
Snaps tries it again. Nice control by Brown. Tomlinson across to Oates. Flips back for Tomlinson across to Brown. He scores! Brian Glenn motoring ahead. Ran into Stevens, and the puck taken by now the helmetless Brian Propp. Chambers able to step back in, but an offside was called. And now Chambers getting up and moving into a pile.
Well, Scott Stevens on that play said, look, there was an offside, there was a whistle, but if you're going to keep coming, I'm going to pretend I didn't hear it either. Man, did he ever crunch Chambers.
Scott Stevens up with it, fires, and it went wide. 23 seconds to go. The feed to Sutter, he scores! And Basil McRae right on him after he'd scored it. And the first bit of scuffling that we've seen here. A lot of minors have been called, but Basil McRae just rocked Rich Sutter. After he'd scored the 5th goal that has put this one away.
But as soon as Richie Sutter had taken care of business, did he ever go after Basil McRae? Well, the outcome of this little battle won't matter a bit now. You could see the slash that McRae landed on Richie Sutter just when he was letting go of the shot. And stay there. Ray Scampanello slammed that door once he got Rich Sutter off. I'll tell you about Scott Stevens and his stamina. He has been out there for 2 solid minutes of non-stop play. It's a long time. All of the forwards went off for a change, but Scott Stevens stayed. Garth Butcher stayed. They've logged 2 solid minutes of ice time here. And more now.
Yeah. One by one, they have to be gotten somewhere, and unless there's an outstanding minor, likely once they get them to the box, they may try to single-handedly get them off because things are heating up for the possibility of an incident at the end of the game. Well, here we go again. Shane Churla.
Darren Kimble.
These guys have done it before.
Yikes. You want to go with the left? Churla says, okay, we'll go with the left. Kimble says, you want to go with the left? We'll go with the right.
Oh, man.
Oh. Oh, boy, it's times like this I'm glad I'm sitting here. Kind of useless, though. This baby is over. Has been over for the last 10 minutes. Well, that's what you call going toe-to-toe, folks.
And the North Stars, while this is going on, are also congratulating Shane Churla. The message for Game 3 with the Knuckles late in Game 2. 5 seconds to go.
Just happy to be in the lineup. Here's how they started. Stan Shackley figured that was more than a one-man job of getting in there between.
Gee, they wheeled right in and then eventually decided we'll let them go. The horn sounds. The series is now even.